Okay, thank you so much. All right, let's get started. Today is August the 3rd. The time is 5:30. We will start the City of Compton Charter Review Committee meeting. If we could stand for 1 minute of silence for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. Okay, so you may notice some changes in our seating. We have Vice Butler, who is double dipping today as our secretary, and we're so thankful to have her. So I'm going to turn it over to Vice Butler to do roll call.
Roll call. Commissioner Baker? Absent. Commissioner Warren?
Present.
Chair Griffin?
Present.
Vice President Lamethia? Present. Commissioner Holbrook?
Present.
Commissioner Marquez?
Present.
Commissioner Gideon?
Present.
Commissioner Walter?
Present.
Ready to go, Chair.
And do we have anyone online?
And Commissioner Lister.
Commissioner Lister online.
Okay, do we have a quorum?
Yes, quorum.
Okay, all right, let's move into public comments. These are for agenda items, 2 minutes. When you come to the mic, please state your name.
Vanessa, this is just for the chair, the commission. I know you guys are doing a lot of work and going over the charter and making sure that everyone understands the charter. But one of the things I want the commission to do is to hold the city's feet to the fire, to make sure that the changes that they've implemented are adhered by the council. Because as you know, a lot of what we have in the charter, the council have basically ignored. So you're a very strong group of people, and I think if we can just hold their feet to the fire with these changes, then we can get this city running smoothly again like it should. And there would be no reason for them not to, because you guys have done the work and you're a good group. Just hold their feet to the fire, because they have not. So that's what I want the commission to do, steadfast.
Yeah. To the commission, my name is Charles Brown. I reside in the 3rd District. I'm here. First, I want to commend you. I've been watching you online, and you guys doing a fantastic job. I believe you're taking your time with it, and I hope our council will give you some extension too, because a few months ain't gonna do what you guys are doing. So I'm gonna be lobbying for you on that. But I want you to consider, I represent the Compton 125 Historical Society, and one thing the city does not have, and I would love for you to, if it can be considered to be put in the charter, and that's to have a preservation ordinance for the city of Compton. And I'm gonna say Compton High shouldn't have never been torn down. You know, now I want you, those who go to Los Angeles, look at Jefferson. That's one of about the 3rd oldest school in the LA Unified, and they preserved the administration building and built everything new all around it. We could have did the same thing in Compton, but when I had a certified letter given to me from the Compton Unified School District, and they had a person who did the environmental impact statement, and they said that because Compton didn't have no preservation ordinance, that they had the right, the district had the okay to go ahead and tear down that whole institution and come up with a brand new. I'm with urban development. I could have supported that, but that building in front had been there after the earthquake since 1934. So it never should have been torn down. But anyway, if you can put that in the ordinance to be considered, God bless you and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Butler, if you could make sure you keep the time, the 2-minute check for me, please. Thank you.
My name is Anthony Lewis, and I'm a member of the 125 and a concerned citizen. And my concern was of being here. I thought that maybe you all didn't have something to put on the ballot. And so I came up with 4 quick suggestions. Under the city clerk, amend the agenda under regular agenda to add in reading of the minutes. Then that would allow the city clerk to prepare the minutes of last meeting, and we would have minutes catching up. And by the time, at some point in time, the consent agenda is going to catch up with the regular agenda, and then the regular agenda is going to be the consent agenda, and we're going to be having our minutes right to the next meeting like we're supposed to. Again, I'm with Reverend Brown to amend the charter to add a historic preservation commission and ordinance, because for the same reason. Now, he mentioned Compton High School, but our whole downtown got torn down. Woolworths and all of those buildings and banks got torn down, and that was our blueprint and focus of who we are, like Bellflower or Paramount. They have their historic buildings. So without the preservation thing, our whole downtown got moved out of there. And then the residency requirement, you guys were talking about that at the last meeting I was here. And the residency requirement would allow for a commissioner to be outside of the city the same way as the employees are outside of the city. It's in the charter, it's in the municipal code. They could live within 5 miles outside of the city and still work for it. So I just want to have some cohesiveness in that. And then the fourth one, I believe that the city council should be paid $55,000 for the council member a year, $75,000 for the mayor a year to start with. And those are 4 different things that
Okay, sir, your 2 minutes, it's up. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you again.
Of course.
My name is Anthony Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Anyone else? Public comments, agenda items, 2 minutes. All right, moving on, let's see. So new business. I want to give a quick disclaimer that this meeting, I do see some familiar faces and I see some unfamiliar faces. And I want to give this disclaimer ahead of time that this meeting will be in history, the shortest meeting that we've ever had. And the reason why this meeting is the shortest meeting that we've ever had, and I'm saying that because I don't want our new visitors to think differently of us, is that we've already met. And where we left off at our last meeting was that when we started this committee, we assumed that we would be able to finish the entire charter. The public knew more than we knew and told us at the beginning that you can't do it in the amount of time. We still tried. And we got to a place where we realized that we were not going to be able to finish and we wouldn't be able to do its service. So we drew a hard line in the sand at our last meeting. And what is going to take place next is tomorrow, the City Council has a special meeting where Ms. Benz, the Assistant City Manager, is going to ask for an extension to allow us grace and more time to work on the charter up into December 31st of 2028. So this meeting is just a few housekeeping items, and again, we'll be finished And again, our meetings are really long, 2 hours plus, but this is going to be the shortest meeting. And again, that's for our new visitors, just so that you don't think differently of us. Okay, moving on into the agenda item number 2, the grant update for the proposal grant. So where we are is we received a grant proposal from Commissioner Gideon, and that information went to the City of Compton, the grants department. It is under review. I understand that they being the City of Compton, the grants department, has also reached out to the HUD department. So it's still under review for consideration. We don't have updates other than what I just said, but the good thing is it's not a denial. It's still under review. So if it's under review, there's still hope. So we'll hope for the best. All right, moving on. Again, this is the shortest meeting. And again, for our new visitors, please do not think lightly of us. Okay, so public comments, non-agenda items, 1 minute.
Anthony Lewis, again, I just wanted to let you know that to do what I'm proposing to do, you guys have to vote on this item so that the city council can do it do their bid for tomorrow and vote on it, and it'll make the deadline of August the 7th to get to the registrar, and then you work out the details later, or you just withdraw. But I'm just trying to get it on the ballot. Thank you. And I do believe in miracles.
Okay, anyone else? Yes? No? You can go to the mic, yes. If you just state your name for us. Can you press the button? There you go.
Good evening. My name is Janet Earl, and what I want to say is that you guys do the best you can for the agenda for our charter and take all the time that's necessary for the charter. We want you guys to do your due diligence, and we want the charter done right. And if it's going to take longer, then that's fine. And then two, if it do take longer, we always have the option that we can do a special ballot, a vote in. And they can possibly do that. I don't know if we do it anymore, but that's another objective. But don't allow the people to force you guys, to be pressured in doing, in putting the charter together at a certain time, especially, this is important. This is going to carry us over the next 20, 30 years, and everyone's looking at us, so we want to get this.
Sorry, your 1 minute is up.
1 minute?
That's why I called you twice. That's okay.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, so let's move into Charter Review Committee member comments. Let me just start. As we come to a close to this phase of our charter review, there's so many people that I want to thank. We always have Ms. Benz, and she has been a formidable force. We could not have done anything that we've done without her. So I definitely want to give her credit publicly. I also want to thank the people behind the scenes who we don't often give credit to. I want to thank Cameron, Cameron comes to every single meeting, and he's been responsible for creating, when we talk and we're talking over each other, he's been having to decipher all of that and put it in a cohesive recommendation on our behalf. I want to thank our IT team. We have done an excellent job with bringing the city into the 21st century. So we have the ability to be online and have people present online, which is phenomenal, So our IT team is excellent. I want to thank our admin support team behind the scene. The waters, they don't happen to just show up by circumstance. Someone brings that for us to think about us. Security, and I want to thank our legal counsel for coming as well. And of course, to the public, thank you so much for holding us accountable, being present. It means a lot, those present in the room and those online. So I'm going to thank every single one of you, and I'm looking forward to, hopefully we'll get the extension. We'll know that soon. And if we do, I think Ms. Janet said it best, we have time to do the work. So I'm really excited about that. All right, anyone else? Comments? Okay, yes, Mr. Holbrook.
Dolores Holbrook, I just want to say you've said it all. Nothing else needs to be said. Thank you, Ms. Benz.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so this is a little odd. I'm not used to saying this, but I'm going to say it.
Comment. I have a comment.
Oh,
Who's the comment?
oh,
is that
Secretary Listener, you want to speak?
Secretary Lister, of course. Yes.
And I'll keep this short. Thank you, Chair, for all the acknowledgement you gave to everyone that does a phenomenal job to make sure that we look good. And I want to take the opportunity to thank my fellow commissioners. We came in not knowing each other. And each meeting, we're becoming more and more cohesive. We're becoming a lot more understanding and listening better to one another. And I just look forward to that becoming even better and stronger. So I want to thank you, the chair, the vice chair, and all my fellow commissioners for making me look good. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Secretary Lister. All right. Anyone else? No. So again, I've never said these words at the time that I'm going to say it, but here we go. I move to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. The meeting is adjourned. The time is now 5:47. I want to thank you, everybody, for coming out today, and get home safely.